Okay, let me go ahead. I'm going to share the notes here too. All right. Can everybody see the notes?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, so hello everyone. My name is Drew Hagan, and I will be the host for this Kubernetes 131 release team meeting. Today is July the 17th, and we are in week 10 of the release cycle. Please be aware this is a Kubernetes community meeting, which falls under the Kubernetes Code of Conduct, which can be summarized as be excellent to each other. Thank you all. This meeting is recorded and it will be publicly posted to YouTube, so please be mindful what you say is being recorded. So let's go ahead and look at the discussion items. It doesn't look like there's anything on the list here. Was there anything that anybody wanted to bring up before we go into the team meetings or the team updates? Okay, let's move on. All right, let's start with enhancements. What update do you have for us?
Yeah, sure. Hi, it's Dipesh here, one of the announcement shadows. So in terms of our overall status is green. So we have been constantly reaching out to all the caps that have been opted in for this release. So the current status for now is 21 caps are tracked for code freeze with all the code implementation merged into the upstream repo. There are still 35 that are at risk from code freeze, but we are continuously monitoring them. So the code freeze is less than a week away. So we'll continue to monitor those as we move towards the code freeze. And this morning, I think, and last yesterday night, two of the caps were deferred to a future release, and one was, I think, the deprecation of customize, which was causing a little chaos, and people needed few discussions before that cap is implemented. So that's gone into the deferred section. In terms of the action item, I see Shriram, the announcement lead, has sent the code freeze party invites and the relevant messages on the Slack channels. And one of the action items that we have is to list down the caps for which the code PRs are not clearly mentioned or visible, so that it will help us during the code freeze party to track those. That's it in terms of the status from my side. If there are any questions for the announcement teams, I'm happy to take them.
Okay. All right, thanks for the update. So release signal.
Hey folks, so the status from our side is green. There's nothing major from our side, just observing some flakes that just failed once. So we'll keep an eye on those. And apart from that, we gave a green signal for the beta 0 release cut, which I believe is live now. And on the bug triage side of things, the reminders would be sent by EOD today. So just a few reminders are remaining. For most of the issues, the reminders are issues and PRs, the reminders are out. For the remaining ones, we'll send them out today. So that's the update.
All right, thanks for that update. Any questions or comments for the release signal team? Okay, moving on to the docs team. What's your update?
Hi everyone. Our status is actually red. So yesterday was the deadline for having PRs ready for review. Unfortunately, we still have a lot of enhancements that are still in draft status. They've not added anything to their PR yet. We reached out to them severally, but still no response. So I actually noticed that a lot of those enhancements are at risk for code freeze. I'm actually monitoring them. We are monitoring all of them closely. So today I have also started sending out messages to SIG leads so that they are aware that these enhancements are at risk for dog freeze. And the branch sync for the week has been done, but it's not been merged yet. So hopefully before end of day it's merged. That's the update from Docs. Happy to answer any questions.
Do you need some help with reaching out to the SIG leads for these 13 PRs?
I mean, I don't mind.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
okay. I'll sync up with you offline.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Any other questions or comments for the docs team? Okay, moving on to release notes.
Hey everyone, Ryan this side. So our current status is yellow. So Alpha 2 release notes PR is now merged, and the missing SIG labels has been re-added. And we worked on a script to scan release notes locally. That has been tested to identify issues in PRs. We have created the Alpha 3 release notes draft PR, but it still has an issue related to missing SIG labels, and we are trying to fix it currently. 131 beta 0 is now live, so we will be creating release notes draft PR once the Alpha 3 PR is merged. So yeah, that's all from release notes. Thank you.
Any questions, comments, concerns for the release notes team? All right, moving on to the comms team.
Our status is currently red. We are currently working on the mid-cycle deprecations and removals block, and the target publication date for is tomorrow. We had one item regarding concerns for removal of customize from kubectl, and since then it has been addressed. Abby got confirmation and removed that section from the blog post now. We have a similar situation with the kubelet run once mode cap, and we are basically waiting for confirmation, and if we don't hear anything, we are going to remove that section from the post as well to meet the deadline. And we also need to get approved labels from the block reviewers. And apart from that, we are checking placeholder PRs for 22 future blog posts, and we have done outreach to those PRs to remind that the deadline is July 26th. And that's on track. And that's basically the update from us.
All right, any questions, comments, concerns for the comms team?
Yeah, if you feel like it is super important to have that kubelet run once mode answer in the blog, you can delay the mid-cycle blog by a couple days. It's not a huge deal for this blog to go out on Friday versus tomorrow, or Monday versus tomorrow. But also, it is okay to just cut it and publish the thing. I'm in European time zones. You got the LGTM from me. Natalie is in North America right now. She's in New York. So she will be available later to approve it if need be, if you can't get a hold of somebody else. But just reminding you that you do have the power to delay that by a couple days if you want to, or just make the call and cut the kubelet run once mode section.
Can editing also be an option? Like just publishing
Yeah.
it and then editing?
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah, you can totally do that. We don't like to do that. Like we try to avoid it. But like we did it for the 130 blog, and we've done it for blogs before. So it should be avoided if we can. But if they simply will not come back to you, I personally would be reaching out to the SIG leads and everybody who's touched that cap in a group DM on Slack at this point. So if you haven't done that, that is the way to go. But like, yeah, we can edit the blog later.
Yeah, thanks, Kat. We just heard a response. I just got a response from
Right.
the owner right now. They are still waiting for review. So they ping the person for review. So right now I'm gonna see if if they get anything out of the review, like if there's any code changes that need to happen or anything like that, a little bit just to see.
Okay.
So I might just end up cutting it just because it's still kind of waiting for even like an initial
Yeah.
review, I think. But yeah, I'm just gonna give it a little bit. But we did hear back from folks, so they are being a little
Okay.
more responsive. But thank you again for reviewing this morning. And it's
Yeah,
good
no
to
problem.
time zone wise where people are be at to get the labels again if we need to make any changes. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right, any other discussion with the comms team? All right, let's move forward to the release branch management team.
Hello everyone. So yes, the current status is green, as most of you are aware of that beta 0 is live. So yes, so far so good. We are going as per the timelines in terms of release cuts. So yes, that's it from me. Thank you.
Any questions, comments, or concerns for release branch management? All right, let's move forward to the Emeritus Advisor update.
Yeah, so Priyanka is not in the call, but I can give her update and also mine. So first of all, everyone, once again, I want to repeat that thank you all for being diligent and being very good at following up in all of the open things that we have had this cycle. So we are in week 10. We'll have less than 1 month in this release cycle if all goes according to plan. So it's time to start thinking about succession. So for shadows in the release team, if you are interested in becoming the lead for your team or some other team, if you have shadowed in the past, now is a great time to let your current role lead know and maybe even ask them if there are any questions or if there is anything that you'd like to know more. And also, it's highly recommended that you go over the handbook of the role and focus on what the lead is supposed to be doing rather than just the shadows. For leads, please consider who can be your successor for the role. If you have any ideas, please reach out to Priyanka, Kat, and Grace, or me if you want to. If something is not clear, you can always reach out with any questions or any thing you might want to ask. Yeah, and also leads, please, if any of your shadows come asking, or if you feel like it, please share any information you might have that you think is useful for the next role lead. So this is from Priyanka. From my side, I will say that I don't have any updates. Basically, just this, the succession planning, and also we are 1 week away from code freeze, so it is expected that we'll start having code freeze exception requests. So we'll keep an eye on those. And that's basically it from me and Priyanka. Any questions? Any comments?
All right, and then it looks like the SIG scalability update is green. So I believe that wraps everything up. Is there anything that we wanted to discuss before I end the recording? All right, well, goodbye, YouTube. Thanks everybody for joining this session today.